Okay, so today we will start with quadratics, right? It's going to be a very interesting class. And, a lot of formulae techniques, as usual, we are going to cover here, right? And my questions will range from like a 550 level till a 780, 790 level, okay? So it's going to be a very, very interesting session. First and foremost, we have to understand the basics of quadratics. Now, on the SAT, we should be knowing the basics already because we might have covered it in 8th standard or 9th standard, right? Okay, so let's start with the basics of quadratics. I'm just going to run through it. You should be knowing this concept. So quadratic function is a polynomial function where the highest degree is 2. Okay, the highest degree is 2. Now there are different types of quadratics. One I have is a standard form. Okay, standard form basically is normal ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, because if a will be 0, no, then x square is going to be null and void, right? Then it's going to be a linear function. Vertex form, what is vertex? This is a parabola. Vertex is this, okay? If it is opening upwards. So it's basically the turning point, you can say. At this point, it turns, right? It was decreasing, now it's increasing. Okay, the point where it changes its concavity is called its vertex. So turning point. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then we have factored form. Factor is nothing but the roots, right? Factor is nothing but the roots. Roots is what? Root can also be called like solution, right? Another, it's like all potato types. Root, solution. You will have one more concept called zeros. Okay, same concept. Zeros, right? What all are these root, solution, zeros? They all come down to intercept. All right, especially I talk about x-intercept. Clear? It's basically in the quadrant where it is cutting the x-axis, right? That is my factor, root, solution, zeros, whatever you call it. Same thing, potato, right? Tomato. Okay. All right. So what is the form of it? It is going to be a x minus x1 times x minus x2, where x1 and x2, suppose this is my my parabola, so this is my x1 and this is my x2. Okay, so how do I write my equation? It is going to be a x minus x1 times x minus x2. In factored form, this is how I'm going to write it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Easy stuff, right? Okay, now I have something called axis of symmetry, right? Symmetry is basically same, right? Both sides are the same. So what is my axis of symmetry? Basically, if I just like, move. Okay, it zoomed in too much. Yeah. Okay. This is your parabola, right? So this becomes my axis of symmetry. See, axisymmetry basically divides both the side into two equal parts, right? So this is my axis of symmetry. It divides both the parts into equal halves. Okay, clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, my standard form, what was it? Standard form was ax square plus bx plus c. It's very, very important to remember the terms. Ax square plus bx plus c, right? So if I'll be asked that, okay, what is the axis of symmetry? It's basically the x-axis, right? Coordinate, where it cuts the x-axis. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Cuts the x-axis. So it is going to be my minus b over 2a. Okay? In standard form, minus b over 2a. Right? I get my x coordinate. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Vertex is like if I have just the turning point, right? So my parabola can be like this also, opening downwards, opening upwards, opening downwards. So my turning point is this in that case, correct? So suppose I only have my vertex. Now my vertex coordinates are always as h and k. So my vertex form, what was it? What was the vertex form? A,
X minus
minus,
X whole square plus K.
correct. X minus h whole square plus k, okay? So h and k are my vertex. If I have my vertex, what is going to be? See, this is just, this is h, right? So my axis of axis of symmetry will also be h. X is equal to h. Clear? Same.
Yes,
So axis of symmetry is h. See? Clear? Easy stuff, right?
yes, ma'am.
Then we have something called factored form. Okay. What is factored form? So suppose I have the intercept. What is the basically midpoint? Okay. They ask the midpoint. My midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2. And whatever I get my value as, right? See, what was my formula? My factor form version is y is equal to a, x minus x1, x minus x2. Correct? So if I get the value of x, right? And, I can actually put in the value over here and I can get my y value. Okay. So that is my factored form version of axis of symmetry. Clear? Axis of symmetry is nothing but the x value, right? This one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Simple stuff, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, in the standard form, right? If A is positive, it opens upwards. If A is negative, it opens downwards. Right? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So assuming that you are aware of completing the square, right? Um, right. Let's start with couple of questions from this handout. Okay. Let's take up question 12 to 17. Okay. Shall we start with 12 to 17?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. 6 questions I have, and I want you to complete it, like try to complete it within 5 to 6 minutes. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Quick. 2 more minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's discuss, okay? Question 12 to 17, right? Okay. Question 12. Pretty interesting question this is, right? So I have this equation with me, right? A ball is thrown straight up from the ground whose initial velocity is 256 feet per second,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay, height of the ball. So I need to find basically if the maximum height is k seconds, right? What is the value of k? Isn't
Is
it?
it, ma'am?
Yeah, tell me.
8.
8 is absolutely correct. You know, you can actually find t in the form of, axis of symmetry formula, right? I have minus b square. So I can write this as 16t square plus 256t, right? Correct? So I'll take it up as minus b by 2a.
Yeah, ma'am.
Shortcut, this is. So my minus b is minus 256 divided by 2a, negative 16, okay? I will be getting 8. Clear? Option
Yeah,
A.
ma'am.
Perfect. Okay, question 13. Maximum height.
1024.
Yes, maximum height 1025. Okay, maximum height basically. Now they are asking h. I found t is what? T has to be 8, right?
Ah,
Get the highest, so I'll just plug it over here. 256, 8 minus 16, 8 square, right? 1024. Okay, clear?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. Use the technique. It's really easy. Now, this is in the factored form. I can easily see that, right? It
Yeah,
has
ma'am.
vertex of h and k. What is the value of k, right? The y coordinate of the vertex, right? So from here, like this is x1 and x2, I can get my axis of symmetry, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? What is my axis of symmetry? Negative 2, right? And positive 10 divided by 2, right? The x coordinate of the axis of symmetry. Let me write it that way. So it's 4, correct? Now I know that vertex h and axis of symmetry 4 is the same only, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am.
This is only h. So what I'll do is I will plug in h value over here. Okay, I will write 1 by 2, 4 plus 2. Got it? And
Yes, ma'am.
4 minus 10. I'll get my k value. K is nothing but y value, right? I'll plug in x, I'll get y.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is my answer? Negative 18.
Manu, can you tell the formula of axis of symmetry for the factorization x1 plus x1 plus x2 by 2, isn't it?
Correct. So remember, in like algebra, we have covered that x plus 2 and let's say x plus x minus 3 if I have, okay,
Yeah.
is equal to 0. So I used to write my factors as negative 2 and 3, no?
Yeah.
The same concept. So here my factor will be negative 2 and my factor will be positive 10. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
These are my factors. Like in the quadrant, I will have negative 2 and positive 10. Okay, it's basically crossing like this, right? So that is why I will actually make a mistake if I write positive 2 and negative 10. That's a very common error, what we
Yeah.
end up committing, right? So my answer can be 18, but my answer is negative 18. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. 15. It's in the standard form. The first thing I notice is the standard form.
Yeah.
And my question is what it is equivalent to, right? So I will be using complete the square, right? Okay, so let's take up complete the square. What will I have over here?
Here, minus 6x plus 2 whole square minus 2 whole square plus 10.
Correct. So I have 3x square minus 6x plus 10. I will do one thing. I'll just take x coefficient, right? X and x square coefficient. So I can take 3 common, right? I have x square minus 2. I will leave some space, correct? And I will be writing over here plus 10, right? And I'll leave some space also. So now I have to think that what can I plug in over here in the blank under the parenthesis such that it's going to be a complete square, right? So I will have 1, correct?
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
1, see, because it is multiplied by 3, right? 1 is multiplied by 3 over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So 1 is, multiplied by 3. So outside the parenthesis, I have to subtract 3. Okay. This is also a very common error that
Yes,
students end up committing. They take negative 1. It's not negative 1. It's 3. Negative 3. You add 3, you subtract 3, right? So that you can go back to the original equation. So what will I get? I will get 3 x minus 1 whole square plus 7. Option B. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
I complete the square. Basically, we have revised also. Complete the square now. Okay. Question 16. I see it's a downward facing parabola. Okay. So for downward facing parabola over here, immediately says that A will be negative.
Yes, ma'am.
First thing I can conclude is this. Now, if I just check axis of symmetry super quickly, right? So axis of, for these type of questions, when you have standard form and the diagram is given to you, you have to find A, B, C. Always try to go step by step. Okay. The first most obvious thing is A. A is very easy to locate, right? It's downward sloping. It's negative.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
axis of symmetry, what is it? Minus B by 2A, na? So because A is negative, so this axis of symmetry will be positive,
Yes, ma'am.
correct? Clear? Okay. So I know that B is positive for sure, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I know that A is negative and I know that B is positive, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So A is negative, B is positive, right? So 1 and 2 is definitely there. Can I eliminate C and A?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now I have B and D. 3 I need to check. C is nothing but the y-intercept.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Correct?
positive. Yeah.
Y-intercept is what? When x is 0. Okay? Clear? Yes?
Yeah, ma'am.
Now when I check this, correct? And I say f of 0, it's definitely positive, no? F of 0 is not coming negative over here. Sorry. Yeah, f of 0 is definitely positive. F of 0 is C. Let me write like I break the steps. F of 0 is C and C is positive. So definitely C is also right. My correct answer is D.
Yes, ma'am.
Good question. Very good question, I would say. Okay. Now let's take 17. The first thing what I notice is it's vertex form,
Yes, ma'am.
isn't it? Right. Now for vertex form, what I know that A and K are negative. See, don't neglect these information set. A is negative, that means it is downward sloping. Even K is negative. What is K? Y coordinate. Okay. Y coordinate is negative. So maybe it can be like, just hypothetically I'm drawing, it can be something, it can be something like this, right? Where K is negative, Y coordinate is negative, and A is also downward sloping.
Yes, ma'am.
Something like this, not exactly, it can be. Okay. So if K is negative, K is Y, right?
Yes.
Y is nothing but Fx, no? So can I say Fx is negative
Yes, ma'am.
for all values of K? For all values of X. Fx is negative for all values of X,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Right. So I will just plug in Fx is negative, right? My question is, which cannot be, right? That means 3 can and 1 cannot. So here my Fx is negative, it goes,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Here my Fx is negative,
Yes, ma'am.
right? If I see C, C is also f of 1 is K, okay? If I plug in 1, I'll get a negative answer, right? Now, if I check D, f of 0, right? If I put f of 0, what will I get?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, correct. So that is, no, f of 0 if I put, right? Over here, negative. So this is definitely negative. Over here, negative K is actually positive. K is negative, right? So negative, negative, positive. Okay. So my answer is D.
Can you please
Second
repeat?
question. Yeah. See, if over here I have f of 0 is equal to negative K, right?
Yes,
Now I
ma'am.
know that K is negative, right? K
Yes,
is
ma'am.
negative. So negative, negative will be positive,
Okay, ma'am.
right? But f, I need my f of x is negative. So that is why I need to eliminate. I mean, my answer has to be D. I need to eliminate ABC.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now this note itself, you can at home, is the same concept, whatever we've covered. You can practice question 22 to 29
Okay, ma'am.
at home. Please practice this set. It's an amazing question. If I have time today, towards the end, we can take this up. Okay. So far, so good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay. I really want you to get like an 800 in mathematics. It has to be that level of preparation. Okay. Now let's take sum and product of roots of a quadratic. Okay. Sum and product of roots of a quadratic. Correct? I have it in standard form, let's say. Okay. My standard form is x square plus bx plus c. Standard form, right? Suppose
Yes.
my question is saying that, hey, R and S are factors. Or maybe like they have mentioned it as roots of this equation. R and S are roots. Like if you plug in that, your value will be 0. Okay. Plug in R and S, your value will be 0, right? That is what you mean by factors. Y will be 0. Because in the X intercept, Y is 0, right? So you plug in R and S, you get 0. The
Yeah.
entire equation becomes 0, right? Okay. So there is a formula. Sum of roots is what? R plus S.
Yes, ma'am.
Product of roots is RS, right? You might have
Yes.
covered it in your school also. So R plus S over here is negative B by A.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here in this case, I have negative B. Got it? And product of roots is C by A.
Yeah.
All right. A is
Yes.
1, huh? So I can just put C. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. I want you to just take up question 29 once.
29 just 29.
Yeah, just one question first.
Now, is it 12 and
12? Yeah, it is correct. Okay. Now see, the left hand side is 0, right? When x is equal to 6.
yes, ma'am.
Correct? My factors are what? 6 and 2 and,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I will take, let's say, the sum, right? What it is going to be, I will have to equate it to negative 8n,
Yes, ma'am.
isn't it? Yeah. So, over here, the coefficient of x is the negative of the sum of these roots,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Correct. So, I will have 6 plus 2n is equal to negative of negative 8n, right? So, I will have it as positive 8n. Got it? Clear? Sum is positive, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
what is going to be my product? Or we can actually simplify this, 6n is equal to 6, so n is equal to 1, right?
Yes.
Now I can take my constant term, right? So it's what? 12n,
Ah,
correct? 12n is equal to k, right? So 12n is what? K is 12. Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Right? So, this is one way to solve the question. It becomes very easy. You can also use a pan strategy here. Many students actually use this.
I
They
hate,
just
I hate,
take numbers.
I assumed it.
Yeah. Okay. You can actually take numbers.
Ma'am.
Okay. All right. Actually, you can practice like similar questions we have. Question 1 to 11. So what did I say? Question 1 to 11 and question 22 to 29. Okay. You can practice. I'll see if I am done with the theory part, right, today, I will take up questions from this set. Like nothing new really. We just have to keep on practicing different stuff. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So, so far, tell me any doubt.
No, ma'am. All clear.
All clear, right? It's very,
Ah,
very important. Quadratic is one of the most, preferred question set that they love to ask. Okay. All right. I want to actually take up a little bit higher level questions. So it's like all 750 level questions. So I have 4 or 5 questions listed out right now. Let's complete that chunk. If we have time, I'll go back to these practice questions. Okay.
ma'am.
Right. So let's see. Suppose you can have like, intersection of parabola, quadratic and lines, right? A parabola and a line is intersecting. So you may be asked to find the area, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Area questions, it's very, very common. Now see, if at all like I'm having this, parabola and suppose this is a line, they can ask that, hey, what is the area? This type of question. So to find the area, you have to basically take care of x-intercepts. These are x1 and x2, right? Factors. Take care of x-intercepts. X-intercept is when y is 0. Okay, remember that. Y-intercept is when x is 0. Clear? Please find x-intercept. Y-intercept, we get the height, right? X-intercept, we get the base. So area actually like some a bit of, you know, just calculation I can get in terms of half into base into height area. Sometimes it also can be formed as a triangle. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
find the x-intercept, find the y-intercept, and find the point of intersection. If you have two curves or one curve and one line intersecting, find that point of intersection. Clear?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Point of intersection, how do we find? By equating the curves. This we have learnt in your 8-9 standard, pretty sure. Okay,
Ma'am.
done? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's take 750 plus level questions now, right? I'll start with question 18. Let's solve one together and then you can take up the rest. Question 18, please. Let me solve this, okay, for you.
Yes, ma'am.
One question answer. Did you go through the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So over here, see, I have two lines, right? I over here have like, you know, two lines and I have one curve, right? Downward sloping curve. So they have given the equation of the curve, right? Minus x square plus k. K is a constant. Area is triangle PQR, right? Area is 64. So this area is 64, right? Entire bit. And I have to find the value of k, right? So a little tricky question this is. So first I'll find the x-intercept, okay?
Ma'am.
X-intercept is, what did I say? Where y is 0, right? Remember that. So I'll put y as 0. I'll get two values of x, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
What I'll get? Minus x square plus k is equal to 0. So x square is equal to k. Now I'll be getting plus k minus k, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? X is equal to plus minus root k. Clear? I get
Ma'am.
this answer, right? I'll keep it. So I can actually like put it over here also. I have let's say minus root k and I'll have plus root k. Okay, so can I find the distance? Distance is what?
The base,
2 root k, na?
2 root k.
Yeah, root k, root k. Now, see, I'll not like take up. Many students, they actually added minus and plus. No, I'm taking the distance, irrespective of the sign. Okay,
Yeah.
so my distance is going to be root k, 2 root k. Okay, so this is 2 root k. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay, and I know already that the area of the triangle is 64. So can I say if I just get the height, I'll get my answer? I can
Yes.
just plug in. Now,
The
now
y-intercept. Yeah.
height is what?
The y-intercept. The
Correct.
y-intercept.
This is my height, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
My height. Correct? K is
Yeah.
my height, right?
Yeah.
So I will just plug it in. K. Okay. Now I'll get my answer. Area I'll get, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Area is what? Half base into height. So half base is what? 2 root k
Yes, ma'am.
and height is k. And I can equate it to 64, right? My question is not done yet. I need to find k.
Yes,
Always
ma'am.
keep an eye on the question. So my k root k, I'll get my answer as, right? K root.
Yes.
So 2 cancels out. K root k is 64, right? Now
Ma'am.
k, I can write it as what? Root k, root k, root k is equal to 64 now,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So root k is equal to 64. K is equal to what? Sorry, root k is equal to 4, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. Root k is equal to 4. So k is equal to 16. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. That's my answer. Okay, slightly lengthy this is. All these are 750 plus level questions. 16. Okay, ask any doubt if you have.
All clear, all good.
Clear, na?
Yeah.
Okay, so always, like, you can concentrate upon with these type of graphical questions: x intercept, y intercept, height, what is given, area, what we have to find, k we have to find. You don't have to find k square or k root, right? Nothing. Keep an eye on the question always, right? Take up 19, you can practice. Let's take a little difficult question. 20.
Okay.
20.
Is it 30?
It's 25. Let's see. What's it?
Let me try once more time.
Okay, okay, sure.
It's still 30. Let's solve it together.
Okay. All right, let's check it out once, right? So the graph is given to you. Okay. And they're asking what is the area of this rectangle, right? So this graph, I know, I mean, I can just find the y coordinate, right? Like the height I can get. Area is what? Length time breadth. Breadth I can get, right?
Yeah.
Correct? So OP is nothing but f of 0, right? F of 0 is nothing but 5, correct?
Yeah.
This I can get as 5, isn't it? Now I just
Yeah.
need like OR or PQ
Yeah.
for the length. Okay. Now, see, I can actually try to factorize it.
The factors will be 5 and -1.
Minus x square plus 4x plus 5, right? So I will get 5 and -1.
Yeah.
5 and -1. Clear?
Hmm.
So this is 5 and -1, right? So tell me, what is my OR? OR to 5, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. OR is 5 only. Done.
Yeah.
I think you might have taken, 6 and 5. That's why you're getting 30.
Yeah.
Question is OR. 5
Yeah.
times 5 is 25.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is silly.
yes, that was a silly mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the moral of the story? Read the questions well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Let's take one more. 21. Come
Okay.
on. Go step by step. For these questions, you can take time.
That's fine. One more thing.
Let's see. 21. Okay.
Is it B, ma'am? 6.
Uh, D, no. It's 9. Let's see. Okay. So I have two graphs, right? 1 and 2, correct? Two graphs I have. What I'll do is, first I want to find the intersection, right? One is a linear, this is a linear, and this is a parabola, right? Quadratic, correct? I need to find the intersection.
Yeah.
So with the intersection, I will be getting two values, right? Of course, this should be 0, right? But I will again solve it. Sometimes the graph may be deceptive. It might not be drawn to scale. Okay, it might not be drawn to scale. So you must always solve it to be, like be really confident that it is 0. So let's do it. 1 over 8 x minus 2 is equal to 1 over 2 x, right? So I can actually cancel this. I'll get 4, right? And I can take this 4x over here. I'm just skipping few steps. X square minus 2x, right? So I can actually calculate it. I will be getting what? X square is equal to 6x, right? So x square minus 6x is equal to 0, right? And I'll get x minus 6. What are my factors now? 0 and 6. Do you agree with me? Yeah.
Yes.
So now I'm sure that, yeah,
Why did you equate y is equal to 1 by 2 and y is equal to 1 by 8 x minus 2?
because I want to find the point of intersection. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, for graph questions, 3 things. One is y-intercept, other is x-intercept, and the third is point of intersection. Okay. So my one point of intersection is this, the other point of intersection is this, right? And I got 0 and 6. That means this is 6 and this is 0. Got it? So I'm just going to remove all the working right now, just to, because it's becoming a little clumsy. This is 0 and this is 6. Clear, guys? I've equated 1 by 8 x minus 2 is equal to 1 by 2 x. So I got x as 0 and 6. Correct? Point of intersection. Clear, guys, so far?
Yes, ma'am.
What I need to find? Area of right triangle OPQ. I need this, right? Area of triangle is what? Half base into height.
Yeah.
Correct? Can I say I got the base?
Yeah, it's 6.
6 units, right? Distance, it's 6. So OQ I got as half, base is 6. I still don't know the height, right? So for height, QP or PQ, how will I get the height as? Who can?
The y x, we will get the y-intercept and fill x equals 0.
Correct, right? Exactly. So always, whenever I want to find the height, I will be calculating it as, this is at 6. So over here, I will just plug it in, correct? Half times 6. So it's 3, clear? So this is 3. So can I say PQ is 3, guys? Isn't it? So half, base is 6 and height is 3. Yeah, what will I get? 9. Any doubt? It's very
Mom, I have a doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
So you I still didn't get how you got 0, 6.
Oh, okay. I'll just quickly solve it again for you.
Okay.
Half, 1 over 8 x minus 2 is
Mhm.
equal to 1 over 2x, right?
Yeah.
I can calculate over here. I can cancel out the denominator, right? 2 ones are 2 fours are.
Yeah.
So I got 1 over 4x x minus 2 is equal to x,
Mhm.
right? So I can just cross multiply x times x minus 2 is equal to 4x.
Yeah.
And I can get, I can just distribute it. X square minus 2x is equal to 4x. So I
Mhm.
get x square is equal to 6x, 4x plus 2x. Now I can take it on one side. X square minus 6x is equal to 0. I
Yeah.
can take x common again. So I'll have x minus 6 is equal to 0, right? So with this, what do I have? My factors as x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 6.
But mom, this is the intersection between the parabola and the straight line, right? So what would we take point P or point O?
Yeah. So point P is what? It's what? 6 comma y, no? Y I don't know. And over here, point O is going to be 0 comma y, right? So that means that here my x is 6 and my point O is x is 0. Correct? Exactly.
Yeah.
The points are that only.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I can put like y1 or y2 just to clear the
Yeah.
confusion. Okay. So 0 and 6. You don't need to find y1, y2. What is relevant, only just concentrate upon that. I got this as 0. I got this as 6. So this entire OQ is 6 units, right? I need to find PQ. So I can just plug in 6 over here. And I'll be getting 6 by 2. That's 3. That's it. Done. Area I can find. Half,
Yeah.
base, height. Okay?
Yeah.
So only 3 things. I keep on repeating it. X-intercept, Y-intercept, point of intersection. You are good to go. Any intersection questions, parabola and lines, you can solve it. You should write it down. Okay? Right?
Yeah, ma'am.
That's it. It was a very good question. I would say 760 plus question. Easily it can be. And it might look little scary. This question at the start, you'll be like, okay, what is this really? It looks very weird. I would want to run away. But it's super simple, okay? You know the technique. You have written it in your formula book, right? That's your Bible. You can always follow through, okay? All right. So actually, we are done with all the new types of questions. We have still like 15 minutes or so, right? We can actually practice, okay? Let's practice couple of like non-graph questions, or maybe 1 or 2 graph I can take, but I want to focus on the algebra part. So let's take question 1. Now see, for question 1, guys, remember in 8th standard, you might have covered factorization, right? Like identities. It came under identities, 8th standard, or maybe 7th standard in few schools. X plus y square whole square is what?
X square
Identity.
plus y square plus 2xy.
Correct, right? 2xy. Okay. X minus y whole square is what?
X square plus y square minus 2xy.
Correct. And what about x square minus y square?
X plus y into x minus y.
Correct, right? Simple stuff, no? This, I mean, it's super basic. Super basic. It is actually characterized under algebraic identities. On the SAT, you will not believe they take these 3 identities as one of the most difficult set of identities. Yes, you'll be surprised to know these 3 identities are considered to be difficult set. Okay, so that's why they will ask you question. At least 2 questions will 100% be present in your question paper. Okay, based on these identities. Let's take a look at one type. Question 1. Solve question 1. Let's do one question at a time once. Use the identities. Don't use school method. Expand and isolate. Don't. That becomes ugly. Super quick. 20 seconds.
D, 3%.
Yes. Very good. Rishi,
System.
Yeah, ma'am.
what is the answer?
Oh, ma'am, I'm still doing it. 1 second.
Okay. Very good, Siddham. You can start with 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Rishi, you should be done by now. Time management.
1 second. Ma'am, got it. So s plus c whole square is equal to s square plus t. 2c plus s. So 2c plus will be it'll be basically c plus 5 plus c. So 2c plus 5. It's not there.
Okay, let's see. So I have s square plus t square, right? Okay. And I have s.
Ma'am, it's 2c plus 10. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
c.
correct. Over here, s square plus t square, and I have st, right? So what does my formula say? S plus T whole square is S square plus T square plus 2ST, right? Okay. So S plus T whole square, I need to find, and they have provided me with S square plus T square, that's C, and I have over here C plus 5, right? Actually 2ST I have, right? So I have to multiply by 2. Okay. So my final answer is C plus 2C plus 10. That is going to give me 3C plus 10. Okay. That is my final answer. D, option D, 3C plus 10. Okay. Right. This is just like basic factoring. The moment you see these type of question, no, where you have variable square and the product of the variables and the addition whole square you have, right? That moment you have to use factoring, right? The identity formula. Students, they use a different method, very complicated method, and it takes ages for them to solve. Okay. It's all about techniques and time management. This question particularly should not take more than 15 seconds, right? Tops, 15 seconds is tops. Clear? Yeah? Rishi, any doubt?
No doubt, ma'am. Clear.
Siddha, any doubt?
Okay, ma'am.
Clear, right? Okay, come on. 2 to 5, we have some time. We can complete it quickly. 4 questions. 2 to 5.
Ma'am, quick question.
Yeah, tell me.
After the second one, you can take any point as y2 and y1 and x2 and x1, right?
Second question.
You can take any point as y2, y1, and x2, x1, right? So it can be minus 1, 5, minus 1 can be x2, or minus 1 can be x1 as well, right? It doesn't matter, or does it matter?
Over here, actually, the vertex is what? It is in the vertex form, right?
Yeah. So vertex, I know the vertex is, but like, do we take the vertex as y2 and x2 or the x1 and y1?
Yeah, vertex can be one coordinate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, x1, y1, or x2, y2, anything is fine. Just take,
Anything is fine, right? Okay.
yeah.
Mom, I'm not getting most of these. Like, I didn't get the third and fourth question.
Okay, no problem. Let's see. I think we can discuss. Okay. Question 2. Let me just scroll down. Okay.
3/4.
Question 2 is
Minus 3/4.
minus 3/4. Okay. So then did you get minus 3/4?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Vertex is 3, 2, right? And you can actually get the answer. You can just find the slope. Okay.
Hmm.
That's it. Minus 3/4 it is. Very easy question. This is. Okay. So let's take question 3. Okay, let me just put it in one frame. Okay. 3, 4, and 5. So question 3, it's what? I have the function gx. I have to find the possible values of gx where x is between negative and positive 3, right? Negative and positive 3. So I can actually solve using multiple ways, right? I can use actually a pan strategy. Yeah, I can, I told you, right, in the first class that if at all you have an equation and you have variables, right, in the equation options, then definitely you can pick a number, right? And here, because I have a range, I should take a value in the given range.
Minus 2 and 2.
Yeah, see, because I have -3 and 0, right? The smartest way is to pick a number that is really easy for us to solve. I will take 0. Okay,
Mom,
x is equal to 0 because I have from -3 and positive 3. So I have a 0 in between, right? I am trying to pick a number in the given range. So my comfortable number is going to be 0. And if I take -3 and 3 also, it's wrong because it's not greater than equal to. There's no equal to, okay? You have to take less than or greater than.
Mom,
Clear? Yeah, tell me.
Mom, I took -2 and 2. Both of the values are not there.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely take other values. So, I
If
am
I
taking,
took -2, then there's no option coinciding with the answer.
right. Let's see. So, let me first take with 0. Okay, I'll show you how it is done. So, if I plug in 0, right, I will get my answer as 4, 0 square minus 7. So, my answer is -7. Correct? Yes. So because I have my answer as -7, I don't have it in any option. A, B, C, nowhere. Correct? But I have it in D, right? So I can pick my answer as D. Okay. Now you said that you are taking -2, right? -2 also should work. Let's say 4, -2 whole square minus 7, right? So what am I getting my answer as? 2, 2s are 4 and 16. 16 minus 7, correct?
It's not.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting it over here, right?
Mom,
16,
you're getting 16 minus 7.
yes. 16 minus 7 is how much?
It's 9.
9.
9, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll be getting 9. So 9 is actually in all the options.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I can actually pick up another number. Right? See, because you have here, this is the most extreme number, right? -7. And my
Mhm.
highest number is 36. So actually I
Okay,
should,
so they took the extreme numbers, highest and lowest.
yes, correct.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
That is why. We have to plug in what's the best option, or you can use like a quadratic formula also. I can take axis of symmetry, right? The midpoint I can take from here. This is my standard form, right? I can take my midpoint. Axis symmetry is what? Another method. Let's see. Axis symmetry is minus b by 2a, right? Standard form. So what is axis symmetry? Come on, tell me. What is it?
Minus b by a.
Minus
Minus b by 2a, sorry.
minus b, I don't have it, right? So it's 0, correct? 2a is 2 to the 2 times 4. So 0 by anything is 0 only, correct? So my axis of symmetry is actually 0. Do you agree with me? Right? B is
Minus b 0 because they didn't mention, they wanted the value of b, right?
no, they have not mentioned it in the equation. You don't have any b. So that means it's 0.
Okay.
I have A, I have C. I don't have B. That means B is
Okay.
0.
Okay. Got it.
So my axisymmetry is 0, correct? So that means that one is parabola opens upwards, right? Correct? In my equation, my parabola opens upwards and my axis of symmetry is nothing but 0. Okay, so actually it should be, it opens upwards. Okay, and my axis of symmetry is 0. Something like this, it has to be. All right, clear, right? So the minimum value, it can be like, some -7, so it should be little bit downwards. So my minimum value has to be -7, correct? This is my y-intercept, -7. Got it? Are you understanding, guys? So A is positive, B is 0, correct? And C is -7. This is my y-intercept, correct? Y-intercept is -7, no? So y-intercept is -7. That means my lowest coordinate has to be -7, okay? That is why also I pick D. I start from -7. Clear? Good question. Good question. I would really like appreciate this type of question. Yeah, it's easily like 740, 50 plus. Any doubt?
I'm on good.
Yeah, Rishi, any doubt?
No doubt, ma'am.
Clear now? Okay. All right. Question 4. What is it? Standard
Eight.
form. First thing is standard form. 8. Okay. 8. 8 is the correct answer. Right. Rishi, what did you get?
Ma'am, I got it.
Yes. Maximum, the moment you have maximum minimum, no, in quadratic, you can write it down. The moment you have maximum minimum word in the quadratic question, just use axis of symmetry, okay? It's really, really nice. Axis symmetry, vertex, your focus should be on these two parameters, okay? So my because it is in standard form, I would always want to use axis of symmetry, right? Because that's the shortest way I can solve the question. Minus b by 2a, right? So let's see. My b is what? B only. So I'll write b and 2a. A is what, guys? Come on. What is A? -2, no? Come on, wake up, wake up. Minus B by -4?
-2.
Correct.
It is -2.
Minus A is -2, correct. So my denominator is -4 is equal to 2, right? So this cancels out and B is 8. Very easy question. But if you are not aware of the technique, difficult question. Okay. Okay, last question is this. Again,
Is it
it's complicated. What is it?
C?
Okay, Rishi?
C, ma'am.
Huh?
C for cat.
C. Okay, good. So the moment I have this question, see, my question is what cannot be true? 3 will be right, 1 will be wrong. I have to choose the wrong option, okay? That is going to be my right option. Okay. So PK positive. This is very, very important. Students, they underestimate it. Okay. All right. So here you can definitely start with option B or C. Anyone you can pick. If I'll take C, G of 0 is equal to -2. So I'll just plug in like it's 0, 2, right? My points. I can plug it in, right? I can check in this equation, right? So definitely, actually, it is, you will see that it's not satisfying. Okay. C is perfect. Okay, I think, yeah, we are done with this handout. It's a really important handout, I would say. Okay, and make sure that you attend attend to all the questions. Whatever we've not covered, just solve it, everything. If you have,
Ma'am,
you can clarify it in the doubt solving class. Okay. Yeah, tell me. Let's
ma'am, can I submit everything, like all the notes and everything today itself?
yeah,